Hello and welcome everybody to take number 4 of this race at Pocono today. I've been trying to do this for the past 3 days, and every time I got wrecked and spent most of the day, most of the race under caution before not finishing before halfway anyway. And so I did recording to it yesterday, did it earlier this morning. After that I did the bush race you saw on Tuesday, and now I figured after a couple of hours passed, you know what, let's just try it again. I've shortened the race to 26 laps to 30 just for my own sanity, and I just hope we can finish it this time. On to the news before we get into Pocono though. Tony Stewart, a man who's currently running in the Bush Series for Joe Gibbs Racing on a part-time schedule, also a multiple race winner in the Indy Racing League, has been reportedly looking into entering the NASCAR Cup Series full-time for $19.99 with the Gibbs organization and maybe run select races later this year. Also, in other news, we got some drivers and teams returning. Kenny Irvin is back from injury at Pocono, this time back in the 28 car after he had been relieved and replaced by Mike Wallace. So he's back in the 28 Haviland Ford. Speaking about another Haviland Ford, Nigel Mansell, who will make his debut at Sonoma next time out actually, has been doing some testing at Virginia International Raceway with some other Ford drivers, and he's been praised, and it's been said that if he can get it together and feels real comfortable with the car and everything falls right in his place, he might be a threat to win that race.
Drivers, start your engines!
Engines are fired. I've already done qualifying and I've saved it because I've started on pole and I would like to keep that. But now we're side by side here with championship leader Mark Martin, man second in points. Jeff Gordon's actually in third. Then it's Jeremy Mayfield and Jeff Bodine, Bobby Labonte, Bill Elliott, Dale Jarrett, Bobby Hamilton, Jeff Green. Another great qualifying effort for that 29 machine. Let's quickly have a look at the other driver who's back. And I think I didn't tell it in the news, but Bud Moore Engineering is back with sponsorship from Alta Vista, the Surge engine, and Rich Bickle takes over driving duty for that number 15 Ford. Might see him later today, hopefully not. If you see a picture of his car on the screen right now, you know I've survived this race. If you don't, we'll probably see him in the replay or, well, when we're in the back of the pack. And Kenny Irvin just starts ahead of him there in 40th. So he's to get back, he's to, you know, get used to racing again. So pace car's on pit lane, and the race is underway, and I've actually decided we're gonna go with the full 15% race distance, 30 laps that is, just to not cheat, and we get a good start here. Trying to just survive lap 1, didn't do that the second time I recorded this, I think, or was it the first time? I can't remember. Anyway, this is now what we do here. We can see Jeff Gordon on my inside now. Gonna leave him that room if he needs it, if he wants it. Just trying to survive this. I'd rather have a decent finish than a 4th cut short attempt at this race. And so, just gonna stay back here, let these guys go through. Jeff Gordon obviously championship contender, but he's looking to legitimize it a little bit because he's only won restrictor plate races this year, compared to Mark Martin, who's won on a short track and a mile and a bit track. So now we're side by side with Jeremy Mayfield in that 12 machine. Got a bit of an issue though, as you can see. Cars, I have to brake a little earlier because the cars just wants to slide up the racetrack. You can see now it's not the best in turn 1 and 2, and that's been my Achilles heel all the time. And the car is why I've wrecked so much in the early going, but I think I've learned enough about the lines of the AI and everything. I can avoid that pretty good and survive as long as I, well, try to survive as long as I can here. See Mark Martin outside there of us. Bobby Labonte slipping up a little bit. We have a good run out of the corner. We're going 3 wide down the front straightaway for 3rd spot. And we're clear of the 18. Clear of the 6, into 3rd we go. Alrighty. But pushing up the racetrack here. Have to try to block Labani as good as we can. I'm staying on the inside. Force him around the long way on the outside here in the tunnel turn, which he's doing quite good here. We're side by side with that Pontiac. Driver who might get a teammate next year, we don't know that yet for sure. Slight bump into back bumper by Dale Jarrett there. But we're having a good run out of the corner. I think turn 3, that's my strong corner. Side by side with Labani, we stay in 3rd and we're clear of the interstate batteries. Number 18. Now yes, I just picked my nose there because it itched.
Outside.
We're also just a couple of laps away from the first of 2 pit stops here. We're trying to defend from Bobby Labani, so I haven't talked that much for the past 3-4 laps. He's been coming close at times. May have seen it in the replay. Might have put some clips in there, don't know yet, since I haven't edited the video right now. I've also been shifting a little earlier just to save a little bit fuel. See Bobby once again close to me. I just brushed the wall there, but no damage. So that would have been bad. Just rolled it in. Jeff Gordon and Jeremy Mayfield have driven away from us though. As you can see, we're about 3 seconds behind these 2 guys. But Mayfield has yet to find a way around Gordon, as he just does. To the inside of the 24 car. See if he makes that pass. If he comes back into view. They're still side by side. Now there are pit stops starting. Jeff Gordon to the inside of the racetrack onto pit lane. Bobby Labani also. That gets Jeremy Mayfield 5 bonus points. We're now in 2nd. We're gonna come in next lap then. Don't want to risk anything with the strategy. We're just gonna roll it on through here. Trying to make it to our pit stall. All 4 tires gonna be changed. Full can. 2 full cans of gas go in. Fend off Dale Jarrett here. And this 88 Robert Yates Racing Ford. Oopsie daisy, I should have that on. Coming onto pit lane then here. But our car hasn't gone significantly worse the longer the run goes on, so this is a good omen, I think it is.
Pit road speed 55.
Speed is 55.
Leaders on pit road.
Shouldn't speed here.
Great job, pit crew. You guys are smoking. Dig,
We
buddy. Get out there, get out there.
remained in 3rd, it looks like. No, 4th. Bobby Labani actually passed us and someone else, Jeff Burton. So losing 2 spots here on this pit stop. But that doesn't matter. As I said in the beginning, I just want to survive. And we have a good enough car to finish in the top 10. And if we drop to 10th, I don't care. I made it to the end of the race. That's all I want. And then I'm happy. got a run here on Bob Labani. We can try it into 3.
Clear high.
He's a little later on the brakes there than I am, but I got the preferred line on the inside. Get the power down side by side with him for 4th position.
There.
Made a pass.
You're clear.
Nice.
Great job, doing awesome, buddy. Just
Hey.
set him up right here now. You'll get him.
Small victories. That's it. And that stuff helps us to stay in the top 10 in points. Hey, I'm taking it, right? Now trying for Jeff Burton in the 99 car, who's been on our bumper all day at Michigan last time out in this series. Gonna stay back here. And don't do anything stupid here. Just easy. Easy does it. Easy does it. And I still forget that sometimes. But consistency is key. And in this day and age of NASCAR, late 90s, early 2000s, I just feel like you gotta get a lot farther than you are with being aggressive and overly aggressive, especially, and trying to make every move happen. And that's something I think generally what most like drivers would tell you. Well, yeah, races are long, and I think we forget that when we play racing games or do sim racing, whatever you want to call it. I wouldn't consider myself a sim racer, even though I play a racing sim. Most of the time I play racing games. Anyway, you kind of forget that, you know, you don't have to win every race, you don't have to make every spot, and you don't have to be the best every time. As long as you finish a race, and especially in you know, a difficult sim like this one is, NR 2003 is difficult, and we've seen lots of people struggle. We've seen me struggle with it sometimes. You should try to get a little bit more of that easy does it mentality into it, and I think it's gonna get you a lot further than just balls to the wall gets you, at least from my experience. And I've spent a lot of time on this sim, and I can confidently say that I still forget that easy does it, but every time I remember it all race long, I usually get a decent result and don't end up in the wall. So, valuable life lesson here, or something. Not really a life lesson. We have Jeff Burton and Jeremy Mayfield there side by side. Burton going for 2nd here, as we are now 4 Fords in the top 5, with Jeff Gordon in his Chevrolet leading. I shift up to 4th there for some reason. There's Dale Jarrett coming. I'm sensible and drifting up to the outside. That was stupid. Concentrating now. So just lost 2 positions there to the Day of the Day show, Jarrett and Earnhardt. Now make it 3 wide with the 2 Dales side by side. Trying to get back the positions. Past Earnhardt. And still side by side with Jarrett. Let him have that outside line where he is still fast. I'm still struggling in 1 and 2. I think in turn 1. Turn 2 has been getting better, and turn 3 still the best. Me personally, at least. Still side by side with the Quality Care Ford.
Still there. Clear high.
Maybe a little long on the brakes there. They're slotting behind the 88. Trying to get the run here. Come on. Little aggressiveness never hurt anyone, but too much. You have to know where to be aggressive and where not. I think that's what I have to add for the last thing I told you there just a couple of laps ago. But we're now past the 88. Back and forth.
Great job, doing awesome, buddy. Just set him up right here now. You'll get him.
Oh, look at the run we get here as well. On Mayfield. Side by side with the 12th. Who's wrecked me in the All-Star race, or the All... No, that was actually the All-Star race. It wasn't the All-Star Open. I remember that. We cleared him into 3rd we go. Nice one. Now late in the run, the thing is coming alive again, or at least it's a little bit better than I think these folks are. Maybe it's because Mayfield used up some of his stuff when he was battling with Gordon and the 99 Jeff Burton there. I was setting sail for 2nd spot, but Jeff Gordon, he's hell of a lot
Man, way to be smart. We'll get 'em.
away from the field. That wasn't a proper English sentence, but it doesn't matter as we try it. Down the inside of the 99, Jeff Burton.
Door outside.
Can we do this here?
Still there?
Got him on my outside.
Still there. Door outside.
Leaving room around the outside if he wants to attack me here. Into the tunnel turn.
There. Door outside.
As we clear him into second we go. Nice job. We're now gonna come down to pit lane for our second and final stop, and you can see
Outside.
we just led a lap there when Jeff Gordon came down to pit lane.
Down to second. You're clear.
So that's a bonus. Started on pole, led a lap, 5 bonus points. We'll take those anytime we can get them.
Good job,
Now
bud.
we're on pit lane.
High five.
The car gets better as the run goes on. That's just good omens for the moment, and that's what I like. So now bring the car down here to the crew. Let them have at it. And we're gonna make a little air pressure adjustment to try to get the car turning better for turn 1. So it just bites a little through the center. 'Cause that's where we've been struggling. 4 tires on.
Go, Diego. Go,
And
go, go.
we're
Hard,
out.
Hard, 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 hard.
Off the pits.
Get out there. Get out there. Go, go, go.
There's Jeff Gordon. So we remain in second, it seems like. No, I can't see anyone there. Dale Jarrett just took the lead. He stayed out. I don't know if Jeff Burton or Bobby Labonte or any one of the other front runners came in. Now, Ward Burton, no. Dale Jarrett was on pit lane. Got told that.
One in the fence on the front stretch.
Oh, there's someone on the fence. Please no caution. Please no caution. I don't like that. Don't want to have a caution now. It seems like it's just someone brushing the wall who could get it going. Maybe the inside fence. No caution so far. We're going to have a look at that in the replay just now. And here's that incident coming to pit lane actually. Roy Dallenbach turns in and spins the 4-car for Bobby Hamilton around, and Kyle Petty turns into him for good measure. I could understand if the 50-car spotter just didn't tell Wally, you know, in time, but Kyle just was like, no, I'm turning in. Okay, but no caution for that, at least. Bobby Labonte's on our tail. We're in second. Jeff Gordon's still the race leader. But you just saw the car was just fighting a little better through 1 and 2. And that's what I think is good. We're probably not going to catch Jeff Gordon. But we definitely have the stuff in our car. With now 6.5 laps to go to defend our second place. If Bobby happens to be a lot faster than I am, I'm probably going to let him pass. But I think he has a lap fresher tires than me or something. At least his car is faster early in the run. But if we can keep him behind us for 2 or 3 more laps, then we should be right in the window where he's not going to be able to catch us, and we can just defend with him and take home a runner-up finish, the second of our season that will be actually. The first one being in Bristol, where we came home second to Ricky Rudd. I can see the car still out pushing, but I can hug that white curb there on the inside of the corner and just get a little bit of drive into onto the long pond straight away. Is that the long pond? I think it is. This is the tunnel turn. That was long pond. We just came down there, so here I got my track naming things right. We're now on 3 laps to go. Hopefully 4th time is a charm when doing this race. Bobby Labonte's been coming ever so slightly closer to me over the past couple of laps, but not really been in striking distance. Jeff Gordon also losing some ground, but it's not going to be enough, I think. I can feel it's getting a little more tense because I know I have a car that can finish this well. And I don't want to mess it up now before the finish, especially considering how hard I tried to actually get to this point in the race. the last 3 days. It's crazy, but we will get, hopefully, keep it together for now 2 more laps as we cross the finish line, just a matter of moments. Keep it together, just get a real good result and get a real reward for this. Because, well, on the other hand, I've done lots of practice laps in race conditions. No less than, I think I've done at least a full distance over all of these races I've attempted. Now, just gonna keep it in second. Dale Jarrett made his way into third, by the way. Ahead of Bobby Labonte and who else, I don't know. Gonna check that in just a lap and a half. Out of the tunnel turn. Into 3 for the penultimate time. Onto the front straightaway with the white flag in the air. One more time around for Jeff Gordon to get his 3rd win of the year and win a non-plate race. And one more time around for me to get my hands on another top 5 finish and at another 2nd place run in our rookie campaign. We have a little bit of a distance to Jarrett. We kind of closed in on Gordon. Closed the gap by a little over a second. But if he doesn't mess it up this time, we're gonna come home with a 2nd. But I'm gonna keep pushing as good as I can to maybe capitalize on him making a mistake. But don't think he will. The 2-time Winston Cup champion. Slow a little bit, but it's not gonna be enough. He's gonna come home to win the Pocono 500, but it's gonna be us in 2nd. Alrighty. Led some laps, pole position, 2nd place. Couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier. Jeff Gordon picks up his 3rd win of the year.
Good job.
And gains some points on Mark Martin. As we have a look at the standings. Gordon, myself, Dale Jarrett, Jeremy Mayfield, Dale Earnhardt, Bobby Labonte drops back to 6th. Jeff Burton, Mark Martin only 8th. Rusty Wallace, the Coke 600 winner, and Jimmy Spencer is in 10th. To see where the returnees were. Kenny Irvin gets a nice 20th place finish. Good for him. And the 15 car finishes 33rd. 34th. And John Andretti and Steve Park both with piston failure. So you've probably seen in the replay what maybe one of these guys was the cause for the driver in the wall in the front stretch. But we didn't get a caution, fortunately. There he is, the winner at Pocono, Jeff Gordon. And he's now also only 72 points behind Mark Martin, so he closes the gap a little bit. Dale Jarrett, though, 268. Jeff Burton, 368 points back. So everything considered, these 2 guys, Martin and Gordon, been in a league of their own, as they were in real life, though, 98. Dale Jarrett, Jeff Burton, Jeremy Mayfield, your top 10 in points, your 5 in points. Mayfield actually sitting there 5th is real good for him. Dale Earnhardt, 6th, still winless. Rusty Wallace, we climb to 8th now. And John Andretti with his DNF. That was Australian, wasn't it, Mike? Wiz DNF drops from 5th to 8th in points. My future teammate there for next year. And Jimmy Spencer is in the top 10 in points with his good result there with 10th at Pocono. And the next race will be the first of 2 road course races of the year. At Sears Point out there, the St. Mark Cragen 350. I'm looking forward to that. I didn't find a version with the version they used in 98, which had the chute in it, but not the one they currently use. And this is still a long layout. And I'm doing the layout so with my finger. Alright. Maybe I can find a version of this track that I like and that works, or I can just set up to work properly for next time out. If we do, then we're going to run this version. If not, we're going to run the CS Point 95 version with the long layout. Hope you don't mind that. Yeah, I'll keep my eyes out for historical accuracy. And if you enjoyed this episode, the 4th attempt at Pocono, I certainly did. We got a 2nd spot. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, leave a like, subscribe. See you next time out for either the Top Borderline Championship or the CS Point race. Have a good one, and goodbye.